So the men's 800 metres final. From the inside, Munoz, Spain, Moore, Ireland, Zacic, Poland, Waterworth, Great Britain, Lacosek, Slovenia, Cassoni, Italy, McKenna, Great Britain, and on the outside, Ceballos. Well, it's looking as though it's the Pole, Zacic, who's gone to the front, trying to avoid being boxed. We've seen the two Britons being able to race so strongly over the final 150 metres in their heats and semi-finals. McKenna wearing the familiar baseball cap backwards. Waterworth finding himself a little bit boxed at this stage as they get to the 200 metres mark on the first lap.
And all of a sudden, it's gone a little bit cagey. Zacic is on the inside. Cassoni is trying to hold off Matthew McKenna. And now Waterworth running wide, almost in lane 3, getting in pole position to strike. The elbows are moving. Look at that, they're 4 abreast at the front. Somebody has got to seize the initiative and be brave here. 59.06, bearing in mind 6 of these 8 have run inside 150. This suddenly comes down to a 300-metre sprint for glory.
59.06, very slow first lap. This is going to be where it starts to burn up, crank up the pace. Looking now like Waterworth heading to the front. The Slovenian Lacosek trying to find his way through. There's pushing, there's shoving there from Ceballos. He's bouncing off the back of the Slovenian, but it's the two Brits at the front. The Slovenian's pushing them from behind, but the two Brits are coming into the home straight. They're flying down the home straight like Spitfires coming out of the sun. It's Waterworth and McKenna battling for gold. There's no way through for Lacosek, but up on the outside it's the fast-finishing Ceballos. Waterworth's now starting to tire, but striding out, magnificently taking gold, Matthew McKenna. Well, it wasn't a difficult pick. Myself and Rob Walker said he was our favourite, and he proved us right. It wasn't the fastest race you've seen here in Banska Bystrica, but what a super quick last 300 metres. And Matthew McKenna had everything that he needed to do to take gold.
That was a brilliant, brilliant race. What a sight round the last 150. McKenna and Waterworth were side by side, but Ceballos is a brilliant, brilliant finisher. There was so much going on in the tear-up for the bronze. Waterworth just began to run out of momentum, with Lacosek of Slovenia looking like he was going to pip him for the bronze. And then Zacic of Poland finished like an absolute steam train to push the Slovenian down to 4th and Waterworth to 5th. But he runs so well, this young guy. He's got a beautiful, long, flowing stride. Look at the pushing and shoving from Ceballos. He loses ground here. And there, look at how far behind the pole is. He's nowhere at this stage. And must make up. Look at the ground, the pole. There he is. He's in 6th place at the moment. Waterworth starts to get tight. Ceballos realises it's silver, not gold. And somehow, lurching for the line, Kasic out-dips the Slovenian for the bronze. But McKenna believed he was destined to shine, and he did. Look at that pose as well. This kid does not lack for confidence.
Well, Rob and I were talking in the break about Matthew McKenna. He looks a lot like to us Ben Patterson, who took bronze for Britain at the World Championships last year and recently went to number 2 on the UK all-time list behind the former world record holder, a certain Sebastian Coe. Well, if he can even prove to be 2/3 as good as Ben Patterson, he's going to be a very fine athlete indeed. This is how it all finished. And out of shot is the pole, Zacic, as Ceballos himself has a fantastic finish. Just has too much ground to make up on McKenna as Waterworth struggles, starts to tire over the last 50 metres. Zacic has a clear view of the finish line on the inside, but has no idea at all about the fast finishing pole 2 lanes to his left. Zacic thought he was out-leaning Waterworth, but it was the pole he had to beat, and it was the pole who beat him.
That was an incredible finish.
McKenna Matthew McKenna, Great Britain, Northern Ireland, 152.91. Eden Ceballos, Spain, 153.21. Lukasz Saksik, 153.60, gets bronze for Poland. What a race. Forget the times. That was an absolutely brutal but enthralling 800 metres.